Hey guys, my name is Darian Sami and welcome to my quality video. In this video, I will explain some of the concepts associated with the cost of poor quality by referencing them to a popular fast food giant K.F.C. Upon viewing this video, you should have a greater insight into quality, learn about the concepts associated with poor quality, and see the effects of poor quality in a practical sense. Before we jump into the exciting concepts, let's first answer some general questions you may have about quality. The first question, what is quality? Well, quality is widely known as the measure of excellence of a specific product measured against a similar product. For example, if a product is deemed to be of high quality, that means it is usually superior in a variety of factors such as taste, cost, or perhaps perceived value in comparison to the other competing products in a given market. Another question frequently asked is, what exactly are the costs of poor quality? Well, the cost of poor quality is also known as the costs incurred as a result of poor systems, practices, or just the general output of defective products. The cost of poor quality can be divided into various sections, which consist of prevention costs, appraisal costs, failure costs both internal and external, and intangible costs. These concepts will be discussed in more detail later on in the video. Costs of poor quality are very negative for a business because it requires the allocation of additional resources in order to solve the problems that may arise from the poor processes present in the organization at the time. Now, the final question. Why does quality matter? Well, quality matters because it acts as the guiding force for decision making through perceived value, because everyone wants the most value for their money spent. Now think about your favorite fast food. Ask yourself, why do you like this food so much? Is it because of looks, taste, value, availability, or perhaps some other factor? Now, all of these factors fall under the umbrella of quality and they affect your decision making. The concepts of poor quality in this video will be introduced through a storytelling method so it can be more entertaining and informative to the viewer. One random day I became very hungry and decided that I should purchase a meal. My friend informed me to buy K.F.C because he thinks it's the best in terms of taste and costs. However, another friend gestured me to forego that idea because he deemed the service is horrible and the taste is average at best. Here we see the concept of intangible costs, which is customer dissatisfaction. This is seen when my friend gestures me away from K.F.C because he is not satisfied with their service. Customer satisfaction measures if a particular product or service meets, surpasses, or falls short of a customer's expectations. Intangible costs are the perception of the organization to its customers, and it affects an organization's image. There are hidden costs associated with providing a non-conforming product or service to a customer. Intangible costs are hard to identify and measure, which result in them being forgotten from cost determinations. Customer dissatisfaction can easily spread like wildfire through word of mouth since people are naturally more inclined to express negativity or any unfair treatment. The popularity of social media also acts as a lightning-fast medium for people to vent their frustrations to a larger audience. This leads to the second concept, which is loss of reputation. There are many causes for the loss of reputation, such as vast negative public perception and scandals. Reputational damage can cause an organization to lose revenue, market share, and its customer base. However, extreme cases can cause the general public to completely lose faith in an organization and cause it to shut down or go bankrupt. The story unfolds when I made my way to the nearest K.F.C to be greeted by short lines of customers. Unbelievable, right? The reason for the short lines were due to all the cash registers being operational at the same time. This introduces the concept of prevention costs, where all the machines are maintained and in peak working condition. Prevention costs are the costs incurred by a company in order to prevent the poor quality in products or services. Prevention costs are designed to ensure that the product meets the customer's requirements and also to determine the root causes of problems so they can be eliminated at the source in order to stop any future reoccurrences. Think of prevention costs like if the company did the right thing in the first place, they won't have to spend extra resources to fix it later down the line. The initial investment in improving the processes at the beginning is vastly more cost effective than solving a multitude of problems at the middle or end stage of production. Think prevention is better than cure. For example, if all but one cash register were to go down, this would cause a long line full of frustrated and very dissatisfied customers. Additionally, KFC would lose revenue by not being able to effectively process orders and output products. Spending the extra resources upfront to ensure all cash registers are maintained and in working order can deter these problems. While waiting in the line, I noticed that a worker was vigorously inspecting the fries in the food warmer in search of imperfections. This introduces the concept of appraisal costs as the product is inspected for non-conformities. Appraisal costs are the costs associated with measuring, evaluating, or auditing products and services to ensure that they meet the specific requirements. Appraisal costs can be associated with raw material inspections, work-in-progress evaluations, or finished products before they are delivered to the customer. Product evaluation is very important to an organization because it can help in catching any flaws before the final product is delivered to the customer. For example, if you received a portion of burnt fries, would you be happy and satisfied? I know I won't. Product inspection ensures a consistent output of high quality products. Continuing along with the story, after the worker inspected the fries, I saw her throwing them into the garbage. This introduces the concept of internal failure costs where products of a poor quality are discarded instead of being given to the customers. Failure costs occur when a completed product or service doesn't conform to the customer's requirements. There are two types of failure costs which are internal and external. Internal costs are product nonconformities found before the product is delivered to the customer, and they are usually associated with correcting the situation. This internal failure cost will cost KFC in terms of resources, as new fries are now required to replace the burnt discarded ones. The practice of holding inventory to replace unusable or damaged products is extremely costly for an organization and directly damages their bottom line. The story ends when I purchased my food and sat down to eat. To my alarm, the chicken tasted quite stale and the coleslaw had a foul odor like if it had spoiled. I immediately carried it back to the cashier and I sought to file a complaint along with getting a refund. This introduces the concept of external failure costs. External failure costs are the costs that occur when a non-conforming product reaches the customer. It is the cost associated with customer returns and complaints, warranty claims, and product recalls. External failure costs receive the most attention from the public and they are the most costly problems to solve. To conclude, cost of poor quality cannot be fully eliminated from an organization because it would require the flawless operation of the human resources, machines, and processes that exist within. Organizations should carefully plan and monitor their quality process because it is the key factor that determines success or failure. Now we have finally reached the end of the video. Let's recap what was discussed. Here you can briefly see the various concepts discussed as well as some of the effects poor quality may have on an organization. This video only scratches the surface of what cost of poor quality really is. Here is some additional information that you may be interested in. If you would like to learn more, there are many websites and textbooks that offer a more in-depth and detailed analysis of the cost of poor quality. Thanks for watching and I hope that you have learned something interesting. Here are the references I used in making this video. Also, sorry for bashing you KFC, I still love you though.